In through your nose, out through your mouth. What do you think? You're a meditative teacher now? You want to apply for a job at Headspace or something?
If that could give me a job at Headspace, I would be way less messed up than I am. Because no, I am not good enough to work at Headspace, but I wanted to do that because I've been feeling really overwhelmed lately. And I know a lot of people out there, especially in Elevation Nation, are elevators, overachievers, people who are always trying to do more. And sometimes you feel overwhelmed. And I felt like that the past few weeks, Parker. I don't know about yourself, of just a lot of moving pieces, a lot of trips, a lot of work, a lot of frustration, a lot of confusion, a lot of events, a lot of planning, just kind of has all exploded in front of me in the past few weeks. And I don't know. I wonder if it's now that I guess COVID's picking back up again, but it's summer and people want to make plans, and I haven't done this in so long that I'm just not used to everything. I don't know, but I've been feeling very overwhelmed. So I wanted to start the episode by taking a deep breath to calm myself down.
Nice. We need to call up our old friend Sam Levin and get him on the podcast again to give you a nice little meditation session. But yeah, I think I feel a little bit of that every day. Just overwhelmed by what's going to come and what I want to get done and what's coming out of nowhere and coming my way because I didn't even choose. It just happened. But I think, that is something that hopefully will go away, right? I know you don't always feel this way.
Thank God. But it makes me empathize with people who have anxiety, actual diagnosed.
Well, you have
bouts of anxiety.
I thought you said you do.
Well,
have
I think
anxiety.
every human has anxiety. Medically treated anxiety with prescriptions and chemical hormone imbalances.
People who have anxiety don't necessarily need to be taking medication.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I empathize with people who feel like this all the time. That's very hard. That I can imagine would be very, very difficult because I felt like it for a couple weeks on and off. The stress of, I get really stressed when things are out of my control and I have to wait for things to happen. I don't know if you have a trigger that causes your stress or anxiety, Parker.
Yeah, there's a few. Definitely a few. I think sometimes it's a piece of what you're feeling now. Just there's so much going on and it just riles you up and you can't even really grasp sometimes what it is, what that feeling is or why you're feeling it. You just know you're feeling it and you feel overwhelmed. But I really do think that I don't know if you meditate anymore. Do you? I meditate every morning and I don't look at my phone. I just 20 minutes just meditating and being without everything else and just being with myself, as corny as it sounds, that takes away that feeling of overwhelmingness. Is that a word?
Even once you start your day and then you're thrown right into everything? Or does it just set you up for success?
No, it helps. I found that my routine in the morning has helped me feel less overwhelmed, and
that I will agree with for sure.
There's little things that you can do throughout the day, little tools and tips and tricks that I think I've implemented since we started Elevation Nation, like writing down everything I know I can accomplish today on a piece of paper, and just as the day goes on and I accomplish that task, I check it off and I see all the meetings I have, all the things I got to get done. And, that allows me to not worry about the things I can't control, not worry about the things that I maybe have to think about in a month or a year or whatever. But that's the way I go about feeling overwhelmed. And I think one last piece, Sam, I think you said it best, is that the summer's coming up. My whole summer right now is already planned. I have plans for all my travel for the summer. I've set that up. I'm done. I know exactly what's coming my way. Granted, there's always things that happen, but all my trips, At times I'm in New York City, times I'm at the beach, times I'm in Puerto Rico for work. I know exactly when I'm coming until September 1. And that honestly has helped me take a little stress. Like, damn, like, all right, I know what I have this week. And I know what I have coming up, and I can focus on now.
Are any of those trips to spend time with your best friend and co-founder?
No.
Okay. Just figured that out.
I mean, you live in DC, but you don't have one trip to go to the beach. Like, if you're at the beach, bro, I'll meet you. I'm spending a lot of time at the beach. I love the beach. I'll work from the beach. But you're not that far. Meet me at the beach. Let's get away. Hey, what you gonna say? What's that song?
I don't know.
Let's go to the beach.
Oh. All right. Maybe I'll meet you at the beach.
Is that Katy Perry? I gotta look this up now.
I don't think so. Maybe. I was actually talking with loyal follower.
It's Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, not quite.
Jeez.
I was talking with a loyal elevator.
Starships are meant to fly. Right,
hands up. All right. I was talking with loyal listener and elevator Noah Schiff, and I said that I wanted to plan in 2022. So I'm saying this now so that you are held accountable. You only plan through September, right? Not to 2022 or 2023 or 2024.
Don't pick a weekend the Ravens are playing a big game.
I want to throw it back. Me, you, Miles, Schiff, road trip.
That would be a lot of fun. A little road trip, a little like.
I
road trip
think we should go to Joshua
Canada.
Tree. I think we should go to Joshua Tree.
You can't road trip to Joshua Tree. We live on the East Coast, bro.
I can road trip wherever I want in the continental United States.
I think it would be cool to
That's how they work.
Drive across the country, no doubt. But like 4 people
You already
in
did
a
that
car
once.
for the whole week, and I've already done that.
All right, what if we picked up a car somewhere else?
Yeah, all right, fine. Maybe like a little Canada or this or that. But like I said, dude, we can't do that right now because there's things.
You're too busy. You got priorities in other places. I get it.
It's not priorities in other places.
I get it.
You
just
it's
don't
just
want
like
to go on a road trip.
You know me. I like to keep busy with my plans, and I've done that. And I think to your point about being overwhelmed, I always think about like, what is someone who is like we could talk about a bunch of different people. I look at like a professional baseball player. They play 162 games a season, and they practice every day before they play their big game, and they travel all over the country, and they got all this stuff. We're like a CEO of a company. How do they manage their time and manage all the things that, like, I look at the CEO of our company. They oversee 250,000 people. Like, if we're overwhelmed, bro. I know. It's just, like, crazy to think about sometimes.
It's all manageable. You make less decisions. You do less work. You balance it out.
Well, no, you focus on the things that matter. And the
like
ones
road
that
trips with me.
Dude,
Elevation Nation, it is sad that I have to convince Parker to spend time with me, but that's what it's come down to. He just doesn't like me anymore. He just has to deal with me twice a week, and that's enough. So we'll see if we ever go on a road trip, but definitely when you're feeling overwhelmed, looking forward to trips is one thing that is super helpful. I've been getting overwhelmed actually with planning my trips of what I'm going to do for the 4th of July week we have off. What I'm going to do for Memorial Day in a couple days, which I'm actually excited about. I'm going to relax. I'm going on a boat. Should be very fun. With Elevation Nation guests too, Noah Fleischman. And yeah, looking forward to trips can kind of help you get through some of those hard parts. But you never want to live life only looking towards the future. I think that's a bad way to live. You don't want to have to get through your days. You want to enjoy your days. So if you are feeling overwhelmed, one thing that I do, try to remind myself to do, is write down 3 things, no matter how shitty my day was, that I'm very grateful for. Even on my worst days where my job's really tough or I'm not liking it, I remind myself that I have a boss that I love, that I got work that's interesting, that I have a paycheck that's coming in, that I have a roof over my head, whatever it may be. It can be so basic, Just write some things that you're grateful for, and it will put your problems into perspective, because none of them really matter at the end of the day. Unless you're a doctor and saving lives, then they matter.
I'm not going to be the one to tell you if your things in your life matter or not, but I will say sometimes giving yourself some perspective, we talk about this all the time, self-awareness, like taking that step back and realizing that, appreciate where you are, appreciate the things that you enjoy in your life, but also sometimes it's okay to appreciate some of the shitty things, I think, because I personally like to think that if you have mental fortitude, the shitty things are just temporary and they're learning points, and you're going to grow more from those moments. Like a moment like you feeling overwhelmed right now, you may learn something about yourself or something, maybe it's a conversation that you have with someone because you're telling them about how you feel. Maybe it's a new tactic that you find on Reddit, like whatever it is. I think personally that's an opportunity to grow, and that's what elevating is all about, is finding opportunities to grow and to take the shitty moments and not turn them necessarily into a positive, because we can't do that often. We can't just take a shitty moment and just make it a good thing. It's taking a shitty moment, understanding it and acknowledging it, and then learning from it. So that down the road, it's just a thing of the past. And, everyone's got their own situation, but I think that's just, it comes down to mindset when you think about those things. Do you find yourself more overwhelmed during summer or winter? I feel like with winter, there's like
summer.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of people doing a lot of things. People are moving fast, vacation, this, that. It's nice out. You want to go outside, but you can't because of this.
Like in winter, you just like can bundle up on weekends or after work, just stay cozy. But in summer, you always want to be doing more, sneaking in all the activities, all the good times. So I think summer for sure. I also think work's busier in summer with no Thanksgiving and holidays.
I don't know. I find sometimes work is slower in the summer because everyone's on vacation. But I guess sometimes
people go on vacation in the winter.
It's different. I feel like it's more, I don't know. I feel like it's definitely more of a time for people to go travel and want to be outside and not work. But that's fair. Man, I mean, I think sometimes that piece of overwhelmingness comes from the overstimulation that our just 2022, living in 2022, and we can blame the phone, but I think it's more than the phone. We're just always wanting to be stimulated in some way, shape, or form. And while it's a way to seek instant gratification through those stimulations that we think through, we want on a given day, it's overwhelming. And I don't think our bodies are naturally created to be able to handle all of that stimulation.
Hell no. So if you're overwhelmed, got some
tips. I'm not
tips.
a doctor, though. That's just my thoughts.
That's for fucking sure. Parker's not a doctor, so don't take medical advice from him. But you can take mindset advice from him because he's pretty good at that. So look forward to vacations. Look forward to time off. Put things in perspective. Be grateful. Take a deep breath. Know everything's going to be okay. If you need to talk to anyone, reach out to Parker or myself. Parker's got a perspective or a question.
I got a perspective.
Or a comment.
No,
I have no idea.
It's like we could talk about all the cliche shit, right? All the time. We could talk all these cliche things like you'll get over the hump, life will get better, it's only temporary.
It could get way fucking worse. You have no idea.
Exactly. So enjoy and appreciate where you are now, what you can control today, starting with maybe is it writing down, what can I control? Not control in the sense of, I need to know and have to be able to grasp everything I come in. What are you able to accomplish for yourself today? What are you able to grasp? What are you able to, maybe there's a friend that you miss. Okay, I'll call him today. That'll feel pretty nice. Little things like that.
Go on a road trip with him, maybe.
That's a little bit more overwhelming, Sam.
Well, could be fun.
Could be fun. All right. That's it.
Till next week, Elevation Nation. Peace.